All right. Hey, everybody. Good evening to you all. Time for another Tuesday talk. Hope y'all are doing well. And this is kind of cool. Listen to my gospel jazz radio as always on the Jazz Radio Network. This is kind of cool. They've taken the song, the praise and worship song, Hallelujah, and combined it with Duke Ellington's A Train. It's kind of cool. Let me see who this is right quick. Okay, her name is Dee Daniels, like D-E-E, Daniels, and it's just called Alleluia with an A. So it's got a little scat going on. It's cool. So I hope y'all are doing well and staying safe in this pandemic. Lord have mercy. Just want to let you know what's going on this week. So first thing is that today is my son's birthday. It's his 20th birthday. So I just talked to him a little while ago, which is awesome. And he's doing all right, holding it down, getting his education. So I got a little commemorative, I like my mugs. So I got a little mug in his honor here. This one, I can't remember whether it was my parents had this done or my wife had it done or somebody had it done. But it says, that's his little nickname on the back, Slick Rick. Yep. So every time I take a sip, I'm thinking of him. And of course, because I have a special birthday song that I just did from my, oh, there he is. What's up, dude? You just in time. I was saying that I got the little commemorative mug here in your honor, and complete with your little nickname on the back. And we were just about to do the special song. So here we go. Just for you, dude. Happy birthday, son. All right. Well, it's hard to believe that it was 20 years ago. Woo, my God. It really seems like, I won't say it seems like yesterday, but I still remember. I literally still remember that day. And, just feeling such, just like, Lord, please don't let me mess this up. It was just so nervous, trying to make sure he didn't break something, But all things considered, I think he came out pretty good. So we're grateful. So grateful for these 20 years. Amen. So, what's going on this week? Well, I don't know if you all had an opportunity to see the documentary called The Black Church last week. It was amazing. Very, very well done. There'll always be somebody that have something to say. They could have done this better. They could have done that better. But honestly, I really felt like it was done very well, and it was very respectful for the contribution that the Black Church has made to the United States in general and to the world and to culture. I just hope that, that as a result of this, there's just more cultural understanding, that there's, a greater push for diversity and the value that brings to our society. It was awesome seeing my friend Dr. Patrice Turner in there playing the piano and singing. She's the worship, director of worship? I think that's the official name. At Ebenezer, the historic Ebenezer Church down in Atlanta. So she was right there in the thick of it and doing her thing. And it looks like I had a couple of other colleagues who are on there. I didn't get to see all of the second half yet, so I gotta still watch that and see. I heard about some of my friends on there, but before I call them out, I wanna check it out and see what they did. But it was great seeing her, and so if you have not seen it, please make it your business to see it. He's put it all on YouTube, so you can just watch it at your leisure. So that's a great thing. And you also know that this month, all this month, we're highlighting the historic song By and By, or We'll Understand It Better By and By, which is the full title. So I'm going to play a little bit of that for you too, so you kind of keep it in your consciousness. It was written originally by the Reverend Charles Albert Tindley, who was known as the Prince of Preachers back in his day. And he was famously, once the janitor in the same church where he pastored for many years and grew the church to, in the tens of thousands in Philadelphia. And so it was renamed after him, the Tindley Temple. So here's his song, By and By, that I arranged. 1905 meets 2020. Dr. Will, how you doing? All right. Turn it up a little bit. There we go. Oh yeah, I tell you. So that one, there's more to it, and I definitely encourage you all to check it out. It's there on all the digital outlets. It's there in CD form. You can visit jazzinthespirit.com to get the CD. It's there on all the digital platforms, the streaming platforms. Wherever you go to get music, you can find it. And so, you can check out By and By specifically, or you can go for the whole album. In either case, I definitely appreciate your support. So that's going on. And also, I wanted to let you know that this coming Friday, I'm going to be doing another Friday night inspiration. So we're going to be wrapping up the month of February with some more music for Black History Month, and I've got a lot of it. I'm going to see how many of them I can. The most time-consuming part is doing the tracks. I miss being able to play live with other musicians and just giving them charts and say, "Hey, you all learn it." But when you make tracks, you have to play everything, so that's a little harder. But you do what you got to do in the middle of a pandemic, right? So. But that's this coming Friday, right here, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Periscope, which is going on Twitter. So I've been working on trying to get my Twitch thing going, but it hasn't really come together yet. I still need to do some work. And Dr. Will, if you didn't see this before, this is my cup to make me think of the birthday boy today, my son. And so that's coming up this Friday. And then on Saturday, I'm going to be doing my Saturday sentiments again. This Saturday, I usually dig deep. I'm going to be talking about being a leader. Okay? Being a leader. A lot of people talk about it, but not everybody's able to do it. And we'll talk about, some of the things that go into being a leader. From various perspectives. So that should be fun. That's going to be at 11 o'clock on Saturday. And then on Sunday, in addition to my regular morning service at Fort Baptist, I'm also going to be being a special guest at Sacred Heart Catholic Church in Richmond. They're still having in-person services, but just very spread out and just a handful of people. So I've been doing that for maybe the last, I think this will be year 6. I thought it was only 3 or 4, but the musician over there, James O'Brien, he told me, no, this is the 6th year you've done it. So I appreciate it because they, take special time to, to acknowledge Black History Month and the impact that, that the culture has had on Catholicism, on the culture in general. And I appreciate being able to represent. So this Sunday, I'm going to be doing By and By in the morning service. I already taught it to James, and he's working real hard on it, getting a little walking bass and the little chords and stuff. So over the years, I've been able to do some fun stuff. I did Because He Lives one year in the style I did at the Hampton Ministers Conference. I did If I Can Help Somebody, the arrangement that I did The Lord Will Make a Way Somehow. Remember, son? It's been a good experience. So I'm going to do that first and then come back home to do our online service. So it'll be a full weekend, but I'm looking forward to it. And that's how we'll close out Black History Month. Now, in addition to that, you remember that maybe a week ago or so, I talked about mugs and t-shirts, Jazz in the Spirit mugs and Jazz in the Spirit t-shirts. We have both. We actually are going to be offering those for sale. I don't have my online store up yet. I was hoping to have it up by now, but several people have already expressed an interest in it, so we want to make those available for them. Oh, wait a minute. It is. Okay. Hold up. Let me turn this up a little bit. It's from the home team here. This is Reverend Cora Armstrong. It's a song called Just You Wait and See. She's right here in the Richmond area. Yeah. And Mr. Bill McGee on the trumpet. All right. Yeah. Oh, that's powerful. Oh man, she's got an amazing gift, and she just has a way of touching everybody in the room. I remember one time, I'll say I had the misfortune of coming after her in the Wendell Wellham recitals at the Hampton Ministers Conference. Oh my goodness. She did this song. It might have been that same song. It was something along those lines, but it was like, a message like God has not forgotten you. And she was playing that piano and singing. The whole place was getting into shouting and carrying on and crying and hands up. And, the accompanists couldn't play. The people were, they were like, no, just go up and do your song. I was like, I can't, So, but what a wonderful ministry she has, Reverend Cora Armstrong. So please check her out. And Bill McGee, he's been a Richmond, musical personality, band director. He's got a label now called 804 Jazz, and they released that album on there. So check them out. These are the folks, right here in the hometown. So, and I'm glad that they're on Gospel Jazz Radio too. I'm telling you, I don't want this station to be a best kept secret. I'm trying to let people know about it as much as I can. But they really have some wonderful music on there, and it's a great opportunity for all of us gospel jazz artists. So, so that's, I was talking about this weekend. And then I was talking about the store with the mugs and the T-shirts. So just send us your orders, or just let us know, not your orders, but let us know that you're interested in a mug or a T-shirt. You can just send an email to us at remember that email address? It's kind of long, but it's easy to remember. It's people who make a difference at jazzinthespirit.com. I'm gonna say it one more time. People who make a difference at jazzinthespirit.com. So obviously there are no spaces, but just run it all together and it will get to us. So I hope that y'all will do that, and just let us know what you're doing. Then I am on the last chapter of the book Living the Life I Sing by Dr. Alfonso Simpson and Thomas Dorsey III. And man, it's been great. This last chapter, they're talking about, they were interviewing various politicians. Like there was a representative, Congresswoman Jackson Lee. I can't remember her first name, but she's from Texas and Houston specifically. And she sponsored a bill back in 2010 to have the month of September recognized nationally as Gospel Heritage Month. And she got support from various members of the Congress, as well as the House of Representatives, as well as the Senate. And the bill was passed. So there was a resolution in there. So they're talking about that. There are also some folks who are industry, like, record label owners and those kinds of folks. There are a lot of different interviews that go on in that last chapter. So I'm just eating it up, and I'm looking forward to going back and referring back to some of those in my own book, which I am avidly working on, which is an exciting process too. So the hope is, and I said this before, the hope is that we will be able to put something out there for Juneteenth of 2021. That's the goal. All right. That's why I'm working feverishly right now to make sure that I have something in addition to all the active promotion on the Jazz in the Spirit album. So that's going on. Then I can't say all of this yet because it's still in the works, but I will say that I'm working on a few song placements, some opportunities that are coming my way, and we're trying to get some songs placed with some people. So there are a few different irons in the fire all at the same time. So I'm just praying that, that this will be that year that we have our first placements, and all that goes with that. So, because I've been a songwriter for a very long time, 6 years old, in fact, was when I wrote my first song. 51 now, so you do the math, But I think I've got some good stuff, and I think people would be interested in hearing it. So, just praying that this would be the year. All right, so there's that. Then I've been experimenting on Instagram. Some of you that are on Instagram can see that. Trying some things out with my story. Now, I don't usually even mess with my story unless it's something like really crucial or really important. But I'm trying to take a cue from some of the young folks. And son, you can tell me, whether you think I'm making a mess or if this is working. But, I had yesterday, I put up something in a little story that said, ask me a question. And at first I was going to target it and say, ask me a question about blah, blah, blah. But I said, well, let me just make it general. Let me see what comes back. Do you know nobody asked me anything? I said, well, okay. And you can tell that there were people who saw it. It said like seen by, 9 or 10 people, whatever. But of those 10 people, none of them decided to ask a question. So I took it down. But the other thing that I did have up there was my my practicing journey, and I might have said a few weeks ago that I'm working on the hymn, which is a song by Charlie Parker from I guess maybe the 40s, 1940s, and it's real fast. So you can see some of the original song on YouTube, on my story, and the beginnings of my transcription of it, and me starting to work on the solo at a slow tempo. I usually practice at about half speed or quarter speed, because the whole thing is, in order to be able to play, fast jazz, you have to be able to play slow jazz, and you gotta get the technique really clean at a slow tempo before you try to accelerate. So it's coming along. It's a lot of work. Charlie Parker will put hair on your chest if you play the saxophone. I'm telling you, it is not for the faint of heart, but it's a great education. And some of this stuff I know I'm like, I should have done this years ago, but that doesn't matter. It's just the point is to do it whenever it is that you do it. So I'm learning a lot, and the reason I'm doing that now is because I'm working on a song for my own album that has a fast jazz thing, tempo like that, and it's in the same key. So I'm kind of working on the Charlie Parker solo, and I started working on the Sonny Stitt solo too, but I got further along on the Charlie Parker solo, so I may see if I can finish that one and then go back to Sonny Stitt. But great musicians, incredible talents, and what a mastery of the instrument that they had. So definitely go check them out. If you've never heard of them, please check them out. You'll do yourself a favor. So those are my stories that you'll see only on Instagram. Some people like to have the same content on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, or whatever. For me, I don't know, maybe because I get bored easily. But I have slightly different content on all the different platforms, including YouTube. So if you want to get a full experience of me, you really kind of have to go to all of them and see what's on there. Obviously Facebook is the one I've spent the most time on, so you'll see the most stuff on there. But each platform kind of has its own personality. So Instagram has its own little vibe. YouTube has its own little vibe. Twitter has been kind of like, kind of lying dormant. There hasn't been a lot of people responding to the things I put up on Twitter every once in a while. But I keep at it. Consistency is the key. So if you all want to see what's going on Twitter, go on and check it out. It's just as you guessed, Jazz in the Spirit. So if you want to enter the whole website, twitter.com/Jazz in the Spirit, whatever. So that's going on. And then, I periodically ask, and I want to make sure that I continue to bring this point home. I want to encourage you all to make a difference in people's lives. And I might put that up there as a question. Maybe people will respond to that in my story. What are you doing, or what have you done today to make a difference in someone else's life? I mean, it's not as much of a quote unquote fun question as what did you have for lunch, or what are you wearing, or something like that. But I'm not a surface level kind of guy. I'd like to kind of do the things that make you think and all that. That's just how the Lord made me. So I embrace it, And then you can also, if you're not on Instagram or whatever, you can also send your stories in to that email address I was talking about, people who make a difference, WHO, people who make a difference @jazzinthespirit.com. We want to know what you're doing to make a difference, and pretty soon there's going to be an email that goes out to the folks who are on that list, because, like I said, that's going to be a primary way of disseminating information, regardless of social media platforms or whatever, that we just go directly to you. So, so I hope that you all will join that list and send your email addresses to that people who make a difference @jazzinthespirit.com. Also, this is the one that's always a little touchy. You see, those of you that are on Facebook, those of you that are on Twitter, those of you that are on YouTube, you see a little thing going across, and it does that every week, talking about ways that you can make a contribution. I don't just do that for fun. It's not just window dressing. Your contributions literally make a difference in the way that what content I'm able to bring you, and to make it easier versus harder to do, because it's not free to put this stuff up. And so I definitely still need your support, especially in the middle of a pandemic. So please continue to support. The crazy thing is, I actually have access, but it's not free. There is an opportunity to actually have my own radio show. There's an opportunity to have a mini TV show. There's an opportunity to have articles in print media of my own. There are media outlets that are available to me right now through friends, through networking that I've done, through this working on Jazz in the Spirit. But the thing is, they have to be supported. And, advertisers are going to provide the majority of that money, but there has to be an audience in order for the advertisers to want to advertise on my stuff. So that's where you all come in. So we once again need to see and feel your support so that we can launch into those areas. I had said to you before that, my whole goal with the 10,000 units by June 18th, 2021 is to raise awareness for gospel jazz and to leverage that for greater opportunities for gospel jazz artists. And I'm serious about that. I'm not just saying that to just have something to say. I really mean it. And we're taking steps toward it. And so there have been doors that have literally opened already that are basically just waiting to walk through. But again, you need to have an audience. You need to be able to pay for it. That's just the name of the game. This is still the U.S. and money talks. And the rest of that expression. I'm not going to say it. So it's still true. It's a capitalist country, so that's what it runs on money. So that's what you need in order for the wheels to turn. So yes, please continue to support, or if you have not already, I do have a Cash App, I do have Venmo, I do have PayPal, I do have Zelle. I also have a post office box if people want to write checks. I have all those things. So, I hope that you all contribute. I hope that you enjoy the content that you see from week to week. Thank you to all my new friends, especially on Instagram, who have liked my posts, who have liked my videos. Others have encouraged me to promote it on their different sites. It's not that I'm not willing to do that. I just need to know whether it's going to be helpful or beneficial to me, because the style of music that I do is unique. And so, hey, Lamar, what's up, dude? Good to see you on here. All right. Yeah, Mr. Lamar, wonderful drummer. We're constantly looking to promote, but it needs to match me. So, for example, if the majority of the artists that are on your platform do hip hop and R&B, then that's not going to necessarily be really that helpful for me, because I don't do hip hop and R&B. Nothing wrong with doing hip hop and R&B, but that's just not what I do. So that's not going to be the audience that really, gravitates toward my music. So it's not going to necessarily be a good use of my funds, limited as they are, to advertise on your platform. So just give that some thought. I know some people say we do everything, but just look at who the majority of the people are that you advertise right now. What are they? And if you don't have anybody on there that does something like gospel or something like jazz or something like a fusion like that, it's probably not going to be for me. I'll just be honest. And I do appreciate all the offers that have come in. But I just have to be honest with you and say that. Okay. So another thing is just, this is, I don't know what you can really do about it, but it does concern me. Usually by about the second day, there's been some folks, and I don't know if they're just, trying to prey on my audience or whatever, but there have been some people on YouTube that have been leaving in the comments, these links to I don't know if it's porn sites or whatever, but they've been leaving them in the comments on my YouTube videos like the day after I make it. And it's annoying because, especially this is spiritual music and we're trying to uplift people. And folks have nothing else better to do with their time than to try to send people sideways like that. I don't like that. I've reported them all. And I thought for a while it had stopped, but it seems to have started up again. So I just want to let you know that I see you. And we're going to keep reporting you, and you're not going to win because this music is about the Lord, and that's, that's what it is. So nothing you can do is going to change that. But I just want to let you know that I see you. And for those of you, if you ever see those comments on my videos on YouTube, you know that those do not come from me. All right, so I'm putting it out there. And if you see it, you can tell me about it. Let me know, because sometimes they try to hide stuff so I don't see it, but you do. So I'm just letting you know, because I guard this stuff very very fastidiously, because I don't want to put anything in front of you that I don't personally approve. All right. So that's the essence of what I've had to say today. Unfortunately, even though it's only the second month of the year, the funerals have already started. I just played for one today. There was another one last week, and just some other things. Just folks leaving here, unfortunately. And I found out that we're up over 500,000 people in the United States who have died from COVID, which is horrible, horrible, horrible. So, please be safe. Help out where you can. This is why we push making a difference in someone's life. If you can keep from going out, then do. If you can order it versus going there to do it, if you can call versus going in person, if you can, go online versus going live, do it. Because we've got to find a way to bring this down. And it's not just up to elected officials, it's up to each and every one of us too. So I hope that y'all will do your part to be safe. I'm certainly going to try to do mine. And, we will get through this, but it's going to take work, and it's going to take consistency. You know what I mean? So I kind of like this groove here. This is an old hymn called "Nothing But the Blood of Jesus." Guy named Johan Kim, Kim, and this is Nothing But the Blood. That's a hot arrangement, man. So check these folks out. I'm telling you. I didn't even say my friend Stephen Lee. He's in Tennessee now, in Memphis. Wonderful jazz piano player. An educator, and he's got like a whole jazz program that he does down there, and maybe even a magazine. But I heard his song on here earlier today. It was called "As the Deer." It's an arrangement of the old praise and worship song "As the Deer" that pants from the water. But he's doing some nice things down there in Tennessee. So I shouldn't say down. I mean just over. But I'm excited. I'm excited for what he's doing. And, we got to encourage each other, and been having some good conversations with my new friend, Terrence Richburg, bass player, multi-instrumentalist. We are of like minds when it comes to gospel jazz. And so we're going to try to do some things. All right. So just keep tuned in. So once again, we'll be on Friday Night Inspiration. Saturday Sentiments, we're going to be talking about being a leader. at 11 o'clock on Saturday. Then I've got the 2 services on Sunday. First one at Sacred Heart at 8:30. And then, hi, Miss Phyllis, how are you? Then we've also got my regular 10 o'clock service with Fourth Baptist. And, you can see the services we've done on YouTube already. Fourth Baptist Church at Richmond, Virginia. And it's right there on YouTube. And then, or you can go to the website if you want to go online right then and go participate in the Zoom service. That's fine. So that's this weekend. And then next week we crank up again. Hey Tanya, what's going on? It's my old friend Tanya McNally from Concord. Another young entrepreneur. She's doing her thing, selling her jewelry and all that kind of stuff. She's doing a great job. All right. So, Miss Phyllis, either you or Tanya, I want to let y'all know about the email address if you haven't seen it already. It's peoplewhomakeaDifference@jazzinthespirit.com. So, if y'all are interested in our Jazz in the Spirit mugs and t-shirts, if you want to let us know what you're doing to make a difference, all that kind of stuff. All right. So let us know. All right. And we'll be happy to hear from you. All right, guys. So it's almost 9:41. It is 9:41. But I'm going to go ahead and get going and see if we can celebrate birthday with my son a little more. Hey, Carl. What's up, man? Yeah, Mr. Carl Lewis, my saxophone brother down there in Florida. So one more time, son. Cheers to you. This is his 20th birthday today. So that's a little mug for him. And we got his nickname, the Slick Rick, on the back there. So that one's for you, dude. All right. Well, I will talk to you all later. Have a good Tuesday night. And hope to see you. Hope to hear from you. God bless. Hopefully we'll see you on Friday. All right. Take care now.